Previously, we've covered the origin story of Minecraft's icon and national treasure, Steve. But while making that video, something kept popping up in my head. What about Steve's main character counterpart, Alex? Where does she fit in with all of the lore? Does she even have a story? And so today, I'm going to dive into those questions a little bit and see what we can piece together based on what we know so far. This is the story of Minecraft's Alex. Alright, so let's start researching this topic. Yes, okay, google.com, let's see, Minecraft Steve and Alex stories. Yes, here we go. Let's check images maybe? Oh my god. No. No, what? No. Stop. Get me out of here. This video is going to be a little bit different than the other lore videos I've done thus far. I'm going to cover a few speculations I've seen and give my personal thoughts on them. I'd love to hear any theories you all have in the comments below. Any information we can add to the lore stories is so incredibly helpful and fun. Let's start with a base of what we know to be true. Alex was released as a playable character well after Steve, not until the Minecraft 1.8 release in September of 2014. This was said to be due to the lack of diversity and representation since Steve, the only playable character at the time, has a clear masculine appearance. At least, that's what Mojang said. So, alright, cool, Alex explained, nothing else to it, video over. No, you know me, I'm not satisfied with that conclusion. The last clear fact we have is that Alex was featured on super old Minecon posters well before she was released. Like back in 2011. I like that fact a lot. It's like she was lurking around for a while and then became playable. Not only that, but this might be a key piece in some of the theories we do have here. With that, let's go through a couple of them and then one I really like. I know I previously made fun of the idea of the existence of Minecraft gods in my Steve video, but I read a theory on Reddit I really like actually. You know how when you beat the Ender Dragon, there's that end poem screen that you probably skip every single time you beat the game now? It's a conversation between two entities of some kind. Someone once brought up the question, what if that's Steve and Alex talking? The full conversation has been picked through like crazy in other people's lore research, but one part that is fun to think about in this case is where it says, the universe said everything you need is within you, and the universe said you are stronger than you know. And the universe said you are the daylight, and the universe said that you are the night. They are talking to you, the player, and are almost putting you at a godlike level with them. You reached a high enough level to see what the gods think. Maybe this means Survival Minecraft is just one huge test from Steve and Alex to the player. Despite them being playable characters, they are just hiding as the player, disguised while giving the ultimate test, and revealing their secret at the end. Well, you know, have you ever noticed the color scheme of the poem? Does that look familiar? Steve is light blue and Alex green? That's kind of wild, actually. Another theory I stumbled across was the idea that Alex and Steve represent a sort of Adam and Eve. The story goes here that the ancient builders created them as a safeguard from the apocalypse. It was all part of a long-term plan to repopulate the world if everything went into turmoil. They gave them the power to respawn using the Totem of Undying because they didn't have it themselves. Then, when the extinction event happened, Alex and Steve were released into the world as the rest of the ancient builders were driven to the end. They then became the playable characters as we know and love them to be today. However, this conflicts with my idea of Steve's origin story. By the way, go check out that video if you haven't. Also, subscribe. Oh, and also like the video. Thanks. Okay, anyway. I had the idea where Steve gets the ability to respawn from Illagers and Evoker magic, not the ancient builders themselves, but I do think this one is a very interesting idea if we throw Alex into the equation. One final and my personal favorite theory is that Alex is simply an ancient builder just like Steve. There is actually a pretty good case to be made here, although it does have to do with a currently unreleased feature in the game. This feature being archaeology. Archaeology was supposed to be released back in 1.17, but has been delayed again and again. I don't know when or if it will ever be released still, but this is my plea. Mojang, please add it to the game. My lust for lore just needs it, man. I can't even imagine how much more storytelling we could come up with if we got some canon history and ancient sites going, discovering fossils and all of that. Okay, anyway, back to how this fits into our Alex story. One of the features of the archaeology update would be cleaning up a naturally occurring dig site to find different artifacts and treasure. One of the things you could find are these ceramic shards. These can then be put together to create different decorative pots to decorate your builds. Okay, so are you ready for this? Boom. Look at the planned art for these shards. Look familiar? That one at the bottom right is literally Alex. So if Alex appears in ancient Minecraft artifacts, it's easy to see why it's possible that she was around during the time of the ancient builders. Before the Wither destroyed everything. Before the end. Before any apocalyptic event. Back when the world was just ancient builders living in peace together. Maybe the reason that she is still around as a playable character is that she was also captured by the villagers, like Steve. Maybe she also got infused with the Totem of Undying, like Steve. Maybe she suffered the same exact fate in tandem with Steve, and evolved into the playable character Alex we have today. Maybe, just maybe, he was alongside Steve the entire time. Well, there you have it. Those are a few theories I could muster about Minecraft's second playable character, Alex. This was a bit of a shorter video, so if you have your own thoughts, please leave them in the comments below. There's not a whole lot out there, so anything we can add is great. Oh yeah, and like the video if you're still around. Subscribe if you're brand new around here, you won't want to miss the future lore videos. And I want to give a special thanks to my great friend Crazy Carlson for his help with acting. Please go check out his content as well, he's got a lot of great stuff going. As for you all, you're all gorgeous humans. And with that, I'll see you next time.